Yeah.
And of course, in Britain, we've just had the absurd Psychoactive Substances Act published, where can you believe this? Are we actually living in 2016, or is this 1984? That we are now living in a Britain where any substance that has any effect on your mind is illegal unless it is specifically exempted. What is specifically exempted? Alcohol, tobacco, and caffeine. All other mind-altering substances are now illegal. That means that no adult in Britain can make any choice about their own mind, any choice at all, without breaking the law. This seems to me a very strange situation. But there's hope in it, because the law is so ridiculous that it's going to bring the law itself into disrepute. That if politicians are so stupid that they create such a law in the first place, sooner or later they will have been given enough rope to hang themselves.
Do you think Britain's going backwards then when the US is going slightly forward?
I think Britain's going really radically backwards at the moment because we have a bunch of incredibly dull, narrow-minded, stupid politicians in Britain. Got plenty of dull, narrow-minded and stupid politicians in America as well. But America is a country where actually democracy can work. The citizens of Colorado decided that it was extremely inconvenient for them and an abuse of their rights as adults that they were not allowed to smoke cannabis. So they made cannabis legal. They took a vote, they legalized it, and now you can go into beautiful cannabis boutiques across Colorado and be treated as an adult, buy whatever you want and leave. Nobody is judging you, nobody's asking you questions, nobody's sending you to prison. This is a great thing about America, that individual bits of America can make up their mind on an issue regardless of the federal view. See, I can't imagine Northumberland or Yorkshire making cannabis legal if Westminster disagrees, but Colorado and Alaska can. So yeah, I think America is moving ahead. It's a good thing too, because America as a state entity has been the driving force behind all the evils of the war on drugs. So it's a very good thing that the American people at the grassroots level are saying enough, and they are ending that war state by state. Because make no mistake, the ending of the war on cannabis is the beginning of the end of the war on drugs. Yeah. And those who are invested in the war on drugs are desperately struggling to stop the legalization of cannabis, because they know that it's going to open the floodgates, and suddenly, all over the world, adults will be allowed to make decisions about their own minds, their own bodies, and their own consciousness without asking anybody's permission or breaking anybody's law, so long as they do no harm to others.
It's fascinating to watch this kind of a civil war in America, where the federal is saying one thing, the state is saying the other. They both don't want to fight too hard against the other, but it's changing.
Yeah. And
you spend time in Colorado. When you're in a state like that is open to this idea of having sovereignty over your own body, does that have a knock-on effect to the rest of the society? Does it just seem like a different place?
I think it does. Yeah. I like the air in Colorado. I feel that I'm breathing the air of some kind of freedom there. That people have freely chosen a particular way, and they've made it happen. Interestingly, people from all over America are flocking to Colorado. It's a very attractive place to go and live now. I understand property prices are zooming up. There's a huge economic boom as a result of cannabis. I suspect a lot of other states are looking at that and thinking this may be the way to go. It's still today 750,000, 750,000 Americans are still arrested every year for possession of cannabis. That's 750,000 Americans every year who are getting criminal records for doing what? Having a mild experience in their own homes, doing no harm to others. Of course, this is insane. And the same society even encourages them to drink alcohol, which is a far more dangerous drug. So we need to wake up as a human species. We need to become our own leaders. This is in my view, the next step forward. Do we really need leadership? If we need leaders, then that suggests we are infants, that we're not capable of making mature and informed decisions ourselves. And I think that if humanity is going to progress, if we're going to move forward, that's the next step that we have to come to, that the role of leadership in society gets reduced that we don't have these high-profile campaigns and these celebrity leaders going around. We don't actually need leaders. We can all be our own leaders. We need administrators. We need technocrats who can do certain things for us. But they're working for us. We're not working for them, you see. That's the thing.
It's interesting.